Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys completely new, hello, I'm sincerely Niko, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a foundation hunt. I kind of got this idea and was inspired by my girl, Too Much Mouth, here on YouTube. Check her out. If you guys are not a part of her squad, please do so. But I decided to start doing foundation hunts because I feel like it's so hard to find foundation for me, especially since my Wet n Wild video, I felt like I was orange. But no shade. I'm going to be reviewing the Beauty Bakerie foundation. This is the Cake Mix. This is the Cake Mix Demi Matte Foundation, and I have it in the shade 7. So if you guys are interested on how this foundation wears on my skin and doing some check-ins, then definitely keep on watching this video. So today we're going to be reviewing the Cake Mix foundation from Beauty Bakerie. I recently picked this up a couple of weeks ago, and I was kind of skeptical about getting this foundation because I don't know my shade and I like to try things out before I buy it. So I kind of bought this on a whim. My friend Janelle, shout out to you Janelle. But nevertheless, she told me about this particular foundation and I had caught it on sale. So I went ahead and picked up the shade number 7. It's supposed to be a medium to full coverage foundation, Demi Matte foundation, infused with vitamin E, oil-free and lightweight. It is smudge-free, and it is cruelty-free, vegan, and paraben-free, and I'm excited to give this a go. This is a new brand to me, of course, a new brand to my channel. I never use anything from Beauty Bakerie, but I always want to give them a go. So, yeah, this is the first. Here's what the bottle looks like inside the packaging. Alright, so I went ahead and primed my skin. I don't have the Wake and Bake oil, but I did use the Primerizer from Smashbox. This is a really good hydrating primer. I'm going to give this foundation, I want to say 1 pump. Upon looking at it, it looks very neutral, which is what I like. According to the website, this is supposed to be a good shade match to Fenty 450, which is the shade that I prefer to be in Fenty out of all of them. Even though it's still a little bit more warm on my skin tone, I think it's the best match out of Fenty, so I picked this one because of that. The foundation definitely does dry down a little quick. Honestly, I feel like in the monitor, this looks a little bit red, but in person, I feel like this is a really good match. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a flash test here. On the photo, it looks more yellow, which is what I like. I like to look a little yellow. The time right now is 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my foundation routine and get myself ready for work because I gotta go to work today. And I'll be back to do a final check-in. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, I'm back and the time is now 10:38 p.m. I had this foundation on for a total of 7 hours. And I'm going to give you guys my personal thoughts of this particular foundation. So let's jump right on into it. Overall, I feel like this foundation definitely held up to its name. It is a Demi Matte formula foundation. You do have to move in and move this foundation and blend it out as quick as possible. I personally don't recommend using a beauty sponge. I did use a body sponge, which is a little more bigger than your typical regular beauty blender, so I wanted to cover more coverage. I actually do love using the new body sponge that I got. I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to do a review on it real soon. So I've been using this particular body sponge, and it's okay, but I feel like if you were to use a brush, you will get more better surface and more blendability. Overall, of this foundation holding up between the hours, I would say is really good. It definitely kept it very skin-like. I personally will recommend not using a sponge. I would prefer you guys to use more of a buffering brush, somewhat like the Sephora number 47, something where you can be able to pull the product and blend it out really quickly. I feel like this kind of place the product down and doesn't really pick too much of the product up onto the sponge, but I feel like this will be able to blend it out real quickly because it did dry down real quick once I applied it to the skin. So that's an issue. If you want something that has some moving time, this foundation is definitely not for you. But if you want something that's going to stick and hold on through the rest of the day, I definitely would recommend it. I honestly feel like this is more of like a full coverage version of Fenty foundation. If you guys can't get your hands on Fenty, you can definitely check out Beauty Bakerie's website because they do have a reference guide that does match more to Fenty, and the price point for this is a little bit more cheaper than Fenty. So if you are still wanting to get Fenty but you can't get your hands on it, definitely try out the Beauty Bakerie. Again, I went off of my Fenty shade because they don't have any stores here in Atlanta, so I picked the shade that was closest to $450 from Fenty, and that was number 7. And I honestly do like it. I feel like it's just a little bit red, just like my Fenty itself, but nevertheless, it's still blended like it's supposed to, and it's still blended like Fenty. A lot of people didn't even know I had on foundation. Of course, you know, I have on like a highlight and I look like an Easter egg, but that's besides the point. A lot of people didn't realize or notice that I actually had on foundation on my skin. And when I told them what I had on, they was like, is it good? What, is it worth it? I was like, yeah, it's a really good foundation. It's a really good foundation. So, do I recommend this foundation to you guys or my friends or family? I definitely do. It's a great alternative than Fenty if you can't get it. If you are looking to get your hands on it, they usually run some promo codes, so definitely check out their website. Sometimes they have 10% off, sometimes they have 15% off, and sometimes you can catch it when it's like 35% off. So definitely check out Beauty Bakerie. Get your hands on this particular foundation because it is worth it. And if you are from the Beauty Bakerie team, this foundation is amazing, and I am looking forward to reviewing some more of your products in the near future. So I'm going to end this video right here. Make sure you guys check out all my social media, which is all at Niko. Definitely hit up your boy there. I'm very much live and in effect on Twitter and Instagram, so check me out there. But last but not least, I'm going to end this video here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Last but not least, I'm going to end this video here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, babes.